Good evening. We're back with another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. Playing solo as always, and tonight's quest is the Horse Lord's Ire. So for the setup I need a hand. That's okay. Doesn't really help me get set up. It helps me kill stuff. I think I'll mulligan. Okay. And then I need a guard for... I can discard until enemy. It's going to be Saddle Slasher for Flint Huff. And I need a location for Brightmane. That'll be Spoiled Pasture. Okay, let's get started. And we'll go ahead and play nothing. And quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Readying Treebeard with Frodo. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each player who controls more than 2 attachments, no one does, so that's a blank surge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So no threat, no progress. Going to move to this location. Engage this enemy. Archery 2. And the attack on Beregond. He's got 3 damage. And a Bridle Biter. So I lower threat by 1 for defending. Bridle Biter will attack undefended. For 2, if the active location is vast, discard 1 attachment. I don't have any. 2 damage undefended. And then I can use Treebeard to attack for 4 by buffing him once. And which will take out the Saddle Slasher and give Flint Hoof to Frodo. Alrighty. On to the next round. At the end of the round I place 1 progress on the quest and I take 1 threat for the mount that I don't control. So now I can play stuff. Unexpected Courage, Warden of Healing. Go ahead and use the Warden of Healing to heal 1 damage and 1 damage. And I'll go ahead and quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make 1 progress on a vast location with a mount. There aren't any. So that enemy can stay there for the moment. Oh, actually, I think Flint Hoof was supposed to attach to Pommel Pouncer, which would give me 1 additional threat at the end of last round. Unfortunate. Should I engage the Pommel Pouncer this round? I think so. So 2 attacks. Pommel Pouncer attacks for 5 against Beregond. If the active location is vast, it is not. So 1 damage, and then Bridle Biter attacks Beregond for no damage, which lowers threat by 1. Also should have lowered threat by 1 for Frodo questing successfully. Now I will buff Treebeard 3 times, 4 times to get him to 7 and attack Pommel Pouncer. Okay. So we're getting stabilized. Steward of Gondor is good if I can save up a resource for it. I will go ahead and play Elfstone on this active location. I'll use Warden of Healing to heal a little bit. go ahead and quest for 4, 5, 6 to 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't clear though, it needs +1. At the end of the travel phase, I raise threat by 1. And this enemy will attack Beregond for no damage, which lowers threat by 1. And I lower threat by 1 for Frodo. Oh no, I didn't use his ability, so I don't. Treebeard can attack along with Beregond. I'll buff Treebeard 1 time, so he's at 4, 5. Takes out the Bridle Biter. We're on to the next round. There we go. That was correct, right? Yeah. Okay, use the Warden of Healing for 1 and 1. We'll get out Arwen. A Ranger of Cardolan. Steward of Gondor, which will pay for itself. And we'll go ahead and quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Clears Elfstone, which brings out Gildor. Clears the Mount, which will go on Éowyn. The location. Have to move to Horse Lord's Lodge, which means 1 additional threat. And I lower threat by 1 with Frodo, though. Thanks for questing successfully. I'll engage this enemy. He'll attack Beregond. If the active location is vast, it is, but no damage. And the second attack also against Beregond. Bridle Biter. I do lower threat by 1 for the successful defend. Bridle Biter will attack Gildor. If you control a mount, attach it to the attacking enemy. Okay. Well, give it Bright Mane. Alrighty, so I have an attack for 3. Against Bridle Biter. On to the next round. Go ahead and heal. Get my resources. I could heal again with Treebeard's resources. I probably should do that. Ready the Warden. Heal again. Okay, let's quest for 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That has no effect. Off to the victory display. I'll move to Windworn Villages. I owe 1 threat from the end of last round and 1 progress. Thanks to Stolen Steeds. I may have forgotten that 1 round. I should have placed progress here, I think. So if I claim the second mount right now, I'm going to move on to the next round. So I don't want to do that until the staging area is clear, I don't think. So I've got 2 attacks. Attack against Beregond. He has 5 shields at the moment thanks to Arwen. Bridle Biter, super annoying. But no damage, so I lower by 2, 1 for Beregond, 1 for Frodo. Then the second attack, also on Beregond, If the active location is vast, the defending character cannot ready. That's fine. No damage. And the third attack on Gildor. For 2, discard 1 random from hand. Of course, it's the threat reduction. That's the one I didn't want to lose. Okay, well I can attack for 3, 4, 5, buff Treebeard twice to 7, take out Pommel Pouncer. And on to the next round. Placing 1 progress. Taking 1 threat. Play Honor Guard. Faramir. Use the Warden of Healing. So my setup's not bad. If I can just clear the staging area, I'm in decent shape. Let's go ahead and quest for 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 1 for my mount. Okay. And we have 2 attacks to deal with, 1 on Beregond. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. Second one on Beregond. Attacking enemy gets +1, so that doesn't get through the shields. Lower threat by 1 for Frodo for questing successfully, 1 for Beregond for defending successfully. And I'll go ahead and attack for 5. Don't want to move on yet. I'm stable right here thanks to my 2 threat reduction per round. Oh, I forgot I could use Honor Guard to cancel the damage. It'll just get healed anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but whatever. Yeah, I'm stable here and I want to clear the staging area before moving on. So, on to the next round. It's going to be 1 threat. Unexpected Courage number 2. Resources. Healing. Questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need a quest for more? 10, 11, 12, 13. This attaches to an enemy. Each player not engaged with an enemy, I'm engaged with an enemy, so it's 13 to 6. Seven progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clears Windward villages. I can place 1. Lower threat with Frodo. Move to Spoiled Pasture. Yeah, no, I'll move to Humpback Downs. I'll work on that next round. So I have an attack on Beregond for 2. Yep, so that lowers threat again. And once again we'll hold steady, but now I have to raise threat by 2 at the end of the round, so that's trouble. Strider is not very helpful at the moment, but I'll play it as a defense against discarding attachments. And I'll use Warden of Healing. I'll be working on White Mountain reinforcements. Oh, that shadow, it wasn't my shadow card. What was my shadow card? It was this, right? So I still had to raise threat by 1. Ugh. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Move to spoiled pasture. This enemy engages. So 2 attacks. Rhine Ripper gets 2 more. Or I can attach a mount to him to cancel. But that would cause me to raise threat, so... Oh, is the encounter deck empty? Oh, okay. So this will be on Beregond. If the location is vast, the defending character cannot ready. Well, I already would have readied after the shadow cards were dealt, or after he was declared as an attacker, I mean. But before the shadow card was revealed. So I lower threat, also lower one with 1 for Frodo. Oops, not yet. And then an attack on Beregond. He can't ready again, so that gains threat +1. Or wait, each shadow card with no shadow effect. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. So I want to attack for, let's see, I need 4 to take out that enemy. And 7 there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will kill Rhine Ripper. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 will kill Bridle Biter. Take control. And that'll move us into the next phase. It's the combat phase, end the phase. Shuffle into the deck. And add Thruck to the staging area guarding Firyal. Thruck engages the first player. Need to place 4 progress on the location to damage Thruck. So on to the next round. I'd place 2 progress for having 2 mounts. And I raise threat by 1 for not having one of the mounts. Let's go ahead and heal. Get some resources. Hauberk of Mail. Nori. Do I want to heal Treebeard again? Might. My threat's a little high. If I use, let's see, I have a lot of damage though, so let's see, gonna work on the King's Stallion, so quest for 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be enough. 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I forgot about him buffing Faramir for a number of rounds. Exhaust all restricted attachments. Okay, so 15 to 0. Okay. And Thruck will attack. Gets 3 shadow cards. He's attacking Beregond. If you control a mount objective, either attach it to the attacking enemy or discard the defending character. Okay. Discard 1 random card from hand. And nothing. So no damage. I lower threat by 2. 1 for Frodo. Quest phase, 1 for Beregond for the defense. And I need 12 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to need to buff Treebeard twice, which I can do by spending 2 resources to get 1 healing on him and then damaging him again. will buff him to 12. If I want to move on right now. Which I think I will. So let's take out Thruck. Just gonna place him over there because he's coming right back. Firyal will go on Beregond. And we're on to phase 3. Which says, if it's the combat phase, end the phase, shuffle the discard pile in. Search the victory display for Thruck and add him to staging area. Choose 2 enemies from the set-aside Orc host encounter cards and put those enemies into play. That's gonna, and one of them has to be Orc Battalion. So Orc Battalion, put them into play, engage with me. And the other is Servant of the Eye. So we skip the staging step now, and each enemy gets an additional shadow card. I can't let any of the enemies have a mount, and I must kill the enemies. Thruck engages the first player. I think I was supposed to raise threat by 1 because there was a shadow card with no effect. On to the next round. Firyal would be good if I could play him. Let's use Warden of Healing for 1 healing. There's not much point to questing here. I could quest and get this side quest out of the way. I'll quest with Arwen for 2. Faramir 3, 4. Éowyn 5, 6, 7, 8. Frodo 9, 10. So wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6 is 9. 10, 11, 12 is what I'm questing for. I don't need that much. 12 to 2, so that clears the side quest. I'll move to Endless. No, I'm not going to move to Endless Grasslands. I'm going to leave that there. So I have to exhaust an ally I control. At the end of the travel phase. At the beginning of the combat phase, Thruck will attack against Beregond. I will go ahead and discard a shadow card from play. Can I do that now? I think there's technically an action window for each attack in which you can, even if it's the beginning of the combat phase. Okay. So Frodo lowers threat by 1 for questing. Beregond for defending, since he has 6 shields. Then in the normal attack part, I have 3 attacks to deal with. First one on Beregond. Shadow card does nothing. No damage. Second one on Beregond, I think. So it's 7 to 5, 6. Yeah, it'll go on Beregond. I do have to deal 1 damage to him. Put Bridal Biter into play. That's super annoying. But it is 1 more damage. Then I have an attack by Servant of the Eye. That'll go on Gildor. So it's 1, 2, 3. Raise threat by 1. If the active location is vast, it's not. No damage. And finally, Bridal Biter on Ranger of Cardolan. If active location is vast, it's not. That's why I didn't move to the vast location. So, do I use Éowyn here? Buff her to 10. Plus Nori. So let's have Éowyn attack Nori. Use Éowyn's once per game for 3 threat. And that'll be 12 against Thruck. Plus 9. 12. Top card of the discard pile goes on the bottom of the deck. Whoops, I didn't mean to move all of them. Yikes, now I'm going to have to go look at the... Well, I mean, is it going to matter? I guess I'll have to shuffle after this to square everything, right? It's just 3 cards. There we go. Then I'll shuffle so I don't know what's there. Actually, Faramir should be on the bottom of the deck, so let's go like that. So it's random, and then how do you place this card on the bottom? I don't actually know. Well, I guess I can do it like this. Put these there temporarily. There we go. That's a long way to do it. I'm sure there's a better way. Anyway, takes out Thruck. Off he goes. And Éowyn's second attack, you can't kill Orc Battalion without 3 characters attacking it. So Éowyn's second attack will deal with Servant of the Eye. And then if I want Treebeard, I need to spend 2 to ready the Warden of Healing. Oh, you can only do that. So I would have had to do that earlier, and I didn't remember to do it. If I thought ahead, I would have. I think earlier in the game I played it as if I thought ahead, when really I didn't. So we'll just leave it as it is. I'll do an attack by Treebeard for 1. Okay, end of the round. Nothing needs to happen at the end of the round. I can exhaust Flinthoof to deal 1 damage. So actually maybe I should buff Treebeard by 1, because that'll do enough to kill a Bridle Biter. Okay, on to the next round. We're skipping staging from now on. Wait, did I accidentally bring that location out during staging? I don't think so, right? That was there from last round, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the video. In any case, it would just make it more difficult for me. So I'll quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use Frodo's ability. That's just for the threat reduction. I skip staging, so I do quest successfully. Lower threat by 1. I have to exhaust an ally due to not wanting to travel there. So I attack for 7. Oh man, I forgot I needed extra shadow cards last round. So we're going to have to back up and check how that would have affected things. Okay, so I got everybody back. Each of these needs an additional shadow card when they attack. Thruck gets an extra one because he attacked once at the beginning of the round against Beregond. So that shadow card is discard 1 random from hand, which would have been Firyal, who was the only card in hand at the time. So that's going to be the card that would be retrieved instead of Faramir. So Firyal goes in there. Faramir. Except Firyal's got to go in the end. Okay. I don't know how to do that though. How do you send just 1 to the bottom of the deck? I don't know except to do it the long way. Okay. Right, so he gets 1 more card. So his attack was against Beregond. The extra shadow card also discards, well, I had nothing in hand at that point, so that does nothing. The extra attack from this one, that did nothing. The extra attack from this one was on Gildor. Effective location is vast, that did nothing. And this attack was on Ranger of Cardolan. Attacking enemy gets +3, so that actually does kill the Ranger of Cardolan. So the extra shadow card did make a big deal. Yep. And everything else stays the same. Éowyn and Nori take out Thruk. And Éowyn takes out Servant of the Eye. And then 1 damage, or 1 damage plus the buff plus Flint Hood take out the Bridal Biter. Then we move on to the next round. And Éowyn, Frodo quest, threat reduction. I already did, thanks to successful questing. Exhaust Honor Guard because of not traveling there. And then I just have attacks with 2 damage by the Orc Battalion. I'll heal for 1 and 1. And then Beregond will take the attack. Shadow cards. If the active location is vast, it's not. Raise your threat by 1 for each mount. That's 3 threat. But Beregond takes 1 damage. Okay. And then I can attack for, I just need 10, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beregond also needed to take 1 damage because of the Orc Battalion's ability, and I do have 3 enemies attacking, and that will kill the Orc Battalion and end the game. I think I forgot some little things and did some things out of order, but I do have a very stable board, good threat reduction, 3 threat to spare, which isn't a lot, but it should be enough, so even if I forgot some small things, I should be okay. This is a very difficult quest. I would rank this up there with like 3 trials or something like that in terms of its difficulty. Very difficult. So, thank you for watching.